Introduction. Sometimes the people we love most make mistakes, and regret is all they have left. This is the story of a father, his mistake, and the regret that stayed with him forever. Story. It was a cold winter morning when I noticed that my father, James, seemed different. He usually smiled when he came down for breakfast, making jokes and asking about my day. But that morning he sat quietly, staring at his cup of tea. The steam rose slowly, and his eyes were far away, lost in thoughts I could not understand. I was only 12, but I noticed things like this. I approached him and asked gently, "Dad, are you okay?" He looked at me, his eyes filled with a sadness I had never seen before. He sighed deeply. I made a mistake," he said softly. My heart stopped. A mistake? My father rarely admitted mistakes. His voice was heavy and I felt a chill run through me. "What happened?" I asked, trying to understand. He shook his head. "It's about your mother." I was too focused on work, too busy with life, and I neglected her. I didn't spend time with her, and now she's gone. I felt tears well up in my eyes. My mother had passed away a year ago, and though I had learned to live without her, my father's words opened a wound I thought had healed. I did not know what to say. How could I comfort someone who was hurting as much as I was? James continued, his voice trembling. "I should have been there. I should have loved her more, talked to her more, and shown her how much I cared. I was selfish and now it's too late. I can't bring her back." I sat beside him, holding his hand. "Dad, you loved her. You still do. You can't change the past, but you can remember her and honor her memory." He looked at me with tears in his eyes. "I know, son. But regret is heavy. Every day I feel it. I wish I could tell her I'm sorry, that I loved her, that I was proud of her." We sat in silence, listening to the wind outside and the soft ticking of the clock. I realized that regret is not just sadness. It is love that was not expressed in time. My father's heart was heavy, but his love was still there, buried under the weight of guilt. In the following days I saw a change in him. James began to talk about my mother more often. He told me stories of their life together, their dreams and their laughter. He shared memories I had never heard before, and I felt closer to both of them. One evening, he took out an old box from the closet. Inside were letters, photos, and small keepsakes of my mother. He handed me a letter she had written to him long ago. "I never showed you this," he said. "But now I want you to have it. She loved us both very much." I read the letter slowly. Her words were full of love, care, and encouragement. Tears fell from my eyes, but this time they were not only for sadness. They were for gratitude. My mother's love was still with us, even if she was gone. James hugged me tightly. "I regret many things," he said softly. "But I also learned that love never dies. It stays in our hearts. I want to honor her, not with words of regret, but with actions of love, for you, for the memories, and for everything she gave us." From that day, James and I began a new routine. We shared stories every evening, cooked together, and took walks in the park. We talked about my mother, laughed at old memories, and found ways to celebrate her life. The regret was still there, but it became a reminder of love, rather than a weight of sadness. I learned an important lesson from my father's regret. Life is short, and the people we love need to hear our hearts. Words of love, care, and gratitude cannot wait. Mistakes happen, but acknowledging them and expressing love can heal both the giver and the receiver. Years later, I understood my father better. His regret shaped him, made him more caring, and taught him the importance of love and attention. I realized that even mistakes can teach lessons, and even regret can bring people closer if it is handled with honesty and love. Every time I see James smile, tell a story, or share a memory, I remember that regret is not just pain. It is a reminder to live fully, love openly, and appreciate every moment with the people who matter. The story of my father's regret stayed with me forever. It taught me about love, loss, mistakes, and forgiveness. It taught me that even when we cannot change the past, we can honor it through love, memory, and actions that matter. And now, whenever I think about my mother, I feel her presence in our lives, not as a loss but as a guiding light. My father's regret became a lesson, a story, and a bridge between the past and the present, showing that love, even after mistakes, can still grow and heal.